what's up? Hi, how's it going? I am on base right now. It's Saturday. It is 11:24. I actually had kind of like an appointment this morning to go and get swabbed for COVID-19. Oh, that made my eyes water. I actually had kind of like an appointment this morning to go and get swabbed for COVID-19 because I've been having like some stomach problems and headaches, and they wanted to rule that out. But basically it's kind of just a precaution. It's not that they think that I have it per se. It's more that to see my PCM, which is like my regular family doctor on base, I have to have a negative test to then be able to go into the med group and see my doctor. So, as silly as that may seem, I get it. Precautions, but still, it wasn't really something I wanted to do. But now that it's done, he said 48 to 72 hours, and then we'll get the results from that, and then I can carry on with like going to see my doctor and whatever else that I needed. And the reason that they put Travis on quarters was because like we can't technically come in contact with anyone and have the potential of me getting it between me getting tested and going to see my PCM. So that was more, it makes more sense now that like I have a little bit of background on it, but it was still like, it seemed so silly. I didn't understand at all. Like, okay, I'm having stomach problems and some headaches. Like, why do I don't need this. Like, why do I need to get a COVID test? It just seemed kind of silly, but I get it. I'm actually getting a phone call right now. By who, I don't know. Hello?
Hello, is this Mandy?
Yes?
Hey, it's the COVID tent. I have your ID.
Yeah, you do. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, pull on back through and I'll just hand it to you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Sorry, bye.
Bye. He just called me back because he still has my ID. So before I left base, he was able to call me so that I can actually still get back on base, but they have to take your ID to like check you into the system that you're there for an appointment or whatever. So I almost left base without my ID. That could have been really bad. About 5 o'clock. Travis is already at work because he had to go in early today because new supervision is changing all sorts of things. I just finished up getting ready. Didn't take me real long. I literally changed my clothes and then took my hair out of my braid and put a little bit of cover up on because my face doesn't always agree with me. It does better than it used to, but we still have small disagreements. I'm just about to start dinner now. I was doing some things on the computer. Travis just started a math class, so I was going over like all of his review stuff because math is like my jam. It's the thing that I'm like good at, that I've always been good at. So I was going over like all of the review stuff that they're gonna have to be doing. And oh, these are hard. I just finished up with it even though he left a while ago. I'm now gonna make us some spaghetti squash. I'm gonna probably cut up some mushrooms, onions, maybe some tofu, put it in some spaghetti sauce, and then pressure cook this to make some spaghetti. I've never done it before though. I've never made spaghetti squash before. I don't know how much it'll yield, and I don't know if I'll be able to make it turn out right. But I've been attempting to make more things lately, like be more versatile with food and recipes and all that jazz, because I don't want Travis to get bored with like the way we're eating now. And even though I'm the type of person that can like eat the same thing that I find that I really like over and over and over again, Travis is not that person. So I try to keep that in mind and make different things all the time. But at the same time, like, I'm comfortable making things that I know how to make, and I don't really want to like branch out too far. It's part of life, I have to suck it up. Travis lunch. It's about 6 o'clock. He actually had to be into work today at 2 o'clock because they had like an office meeting. So he had to be there at 2, and he was riding his bike, which means he left at like 12:30. And then he won't get off until now 11 o'clock. They changed his shift. It was 4 to midnight, and then they changed it so that it was 3 to midnight, and now it's 3 to 11. So he'll go in an hour earlier than he was a few weeks ago, but just the same time as he was last week and everything. It's just so hard sometimes, I think, because everything's changing in his office right now, but this shift particularly I hate, because like day shift, he'll get up, he'll go to work, and he'll be home around 4 o'clock, and then we have until like 10 o'clock is when we would normally go to bed. Whereas this shift, he gets home and he's awake for a while, and then he goes to bed, and he wakes up around 11 or so, and then comes out into the living room and is really only like present with us for about 2 hours or so, and then leaves for work, because normally he leaves about 1:15 or 1:30 if he's riding his bike. So like, he's hardly home. And I just freaking hate this shift, but whatever. I guess it's better than night shift, where he thinks is even better, but whatever. I have his lunch all made, so we're heading on base now, and gonna go drop it off. Hopefully we don't melt, because it's still 94 degrees at 6 o'clock, which is just ridiculous, but I guess we'll survive somehow. My hair turned out kind of curly and not too terrible today, but my eyebrows are real light because I didn't fill them in, but it's fine. It's fine. But also, this is the new phone thing that I got. It stands it clips in from the case. Ta-da! Not to fear, I got an email back Monday morning saying that my results were negative. Surprise! So now we gotta carry on and try to figure out what it is exactly that is wrong with me.